Hey, hello everybody, this is Nick Ponte. I've got a couple of things for you. So number one, this is a very special video because the topic was placed upon my heart by a bunch of people that I've run into over the last few weeks, and they've been very curious about what I do for a living. So I'm going to talk about that, but also I'm going to share with you a way that I am able to capture business when I'm going out and about in the community when I talk about what I'm doing. So that's my elevator pitch, right? I have really streamlined and developed an elevator pitch that not only sounds good, but like I said, allows me to potentially capture business for me and my agency when I'm telling people about what I'm doing. So towards the end of this video, I'm going to share that elevator pitch with you. You're gonna be able to take it as your own. If you want, you can steal it from me. You have my permission. And hopefully it brings you some business. But let's jump back into the main topic of this video, which is what it is that I do for a living. You know, there have been people that I've run into quite frequently lately that have asked, like, what do you do? Like, I don't understand what you do for a living. And I totally get that. You know, I have different outlets where I talk about what I'm doing. You know, I have a YouTube channel, an Instagram, a Facebook. Go ahead and follow one of those if you haven't been on any of those. Got a great Facebook group as well with almost 10,000 people in it. And a lot of people see what I'm doing, but if they haven't had any experience with what I'm doing, they don't really know what I'm talking about. So I totally get it. That makes sense. So I'm going to break this down real quickly to help get some insight to everybody. So number one, I have a marketing agency, right? That's Nick Ponte Marketing. We work with local businesses. So everything from real estate agents to solar companies to cosmetic companies. These are all local businesses here, or most of them are here in the Maui or Hawaii area. We also work with some on the mainland, but these are all businesses that are, they're service-based businesses, or they're brick and mortars, or maybe they're online businesses as well. But a lot of them, they're small businesses, is what I'm trying to say. So we work with a lot of those companies, and what we do for them is we do things like we build websites. We help them get more exposure in Google, so rank them higher in Google search engine. We run ads. We do all of those types of things, and those businesses pay us a fee each month, or one time for a website, or one time for a graphic, or they put us under retainer to do ongoing services each month for them. And these are all marketing type services, right? Again, this is running ads, doing direct mail, creating those little campaigns that you get in the mail for real estate agents, those types of things. So we get paid to do that. And I started that company about 4 years ago. And on the other side of that, I have a education company, which the way that it works, and it's called Offline Sharks. The way that it works is anytime that I have something that is working really well within my agency, Nick Ponte Marketing, this could be a new strategy to get customers, a new way to fulfill a service, a new way to build a website, something that's working well within my agency to help us generate more revenue, or maybe even something that isn't working well. What I do is I teach my community members at Offline Sharks how I'm doing it, whatever it is that I'm doing. So I have a business partner there. His name is Tom Gaddis. He also has an agency. And so about 4 years ago as well, what we had decided was that we were going to work together on some client projects separately, but in our own agencies. And so we started helping clients, businesses in our area, and we were running into questions that we had that we were faced with when we were trying to build our businesses separately, right? And what we found out and kind of discovered is that a lot of the information that we found online for people that are looking to grow these types of marketing businesses, it was all over the place. And so we decided to create our own community, that's Offline Sharks, and start talking about what we were physically seeing in our businesses. So that's how that started. And still, till this day, that's how Offline Sharks operates. When we have something that works or doesn't work, or we come up with a new strategy, then we share it with our community, and We create software to help people be more successful with this, with our strategies. We create training and memberships, and we do private coaching. We literally take people from our community and teach them exactly what we're doing on the day-to-day, things like that. So we have different programs and different levels on how we do those things, but primarily those are my two businesses right now, right? My marketing agency, Nick Ponte Marketing, and Offline Sharks, which is the education company. All the information really comes off of the marketing agencies. So those are the two things. And I know, a lot of people are, the ones that I've run into anyway, are like, you seem like you've been busier than ever with the whole pandemic and shutdown. And the truth is, I really have. My local marketing agency, Nick Ponte Marketing, of course, a lot of our customers, they ran into some obstacles and some hurdles with what's going on. Hawaii, we had a unique situation where we had this quarantine and lockdown, and no tourists could come here, and our economy is based like 100%, not 100%, but pretty close to 100% off tourism. And so companies that focused on activities like surf lessons and scuba tours and things like that, like those are all gone, right? They dried up overnight. And so those customers of ours, they had to basically stop working. But on the flip side, there are industries out there that are doing really well. In fact, started flourishing with everything that happened. And an example of that would be, like, think about how many people were and are now at home more than ever before, and are firing up their air conditioning units for 12-hour days, 24-hour days, in contrast to when they were working, they would only use an AC unit so much. And so what you have happen is a whole bunch of people that need air conditioning maintenance because their machine breaks down. It's being overworked more than ever before in the last 10 years. And now you have air conditioning companies that are busier than ever before, right? So that's an example. Some industries go up, some industries go down. And for my local marketing agency, we had to pivot a little bit from helping activity companies to focusing more on home service-based businesses and those types of businesses that are still operating and still doing well. And so in that way, these are the topics and strategies that we share in Offline Sharks as well. We actually have a really great course and training and software where we help roofers, and the roofers in our area have been doing really well. And I'm going to put a link to the description of this video of our roofing course and software for you to get a special deal on it. This is just going to be for a limited time. It's going to be, normally it's like $247, but right now it's going to be for, I don't know, something around $30. All you have to do is buy my other friend's home services course, and you can pick ours up for that very special deal. So really, you're going to love it. Now, because the home service industry is booming and things are kind of going back to normal, our business, our agency has really been steadily climbing, and we've gotten lucky in the sense of, I know not everybody out there was able to work from home, work from their computer. And so it's been very important for me to try to help as many people as possible start to get something going online and from home. And so, with all that being said, you can look at any of my trainings on YouTube, a lot of free content there, a lot of that stuff. Any of the courses that I talk about that we've created or software, it's all centered around these two things, right? The local marketing agency and helping other people be successful with their own local marketing agencies. Because in Offline Sharks, our primary goal is to take as many people as possible, go from making no money to building six-figure incomes by helping local businesses. And we have a lot of students that we've been able to help do that. We have a lot of students that we've been able to help get not even to six figures, but significantly change their life by the amount of revenue they've been able to generate online, which I'm extremely proud of. We regularly share testimonials of people that talk about implementing our strategies and have life-changing experiences with the amount of money that they've been able to bring in, which is, for me, one of the most rewarding gifts in doing all this, is being able to not only grow my own business, but pass on the information and knowledge to somebody else in a way that they can replicate it, right? The information is repeatable, which is the most important part, because back when Tom and I were starting out, the information we were landing on, it wasn't repeatable, right? So that was a big mission of ours, and mission accomplished, right? We're able to do that today. So that brings me to my elevator pitch, right? Because when I'm driving around, when I'm going to businesses in the middle of the day, people are like, you know, what are you doing today? You don't have to work? And I'm like, I am working. People always wonder like how I'm out and about all day, every day, doing things. Like what type of work is it that I do? And I use this as an opportunity to capture some business. And so my elevator pitch, what I want to share with you that you can use, goes something like this. So if somebody asks me like, well, what do you do for a living? I basically say, well, I help, and more often than not, these are business owners asking me, what do you do for a living, right? I say, well, I help businesses just like yours generate more customers, more sales, and more leads through different types of marketing strategies. And you know, using that, I've honed that over time, but using that wording allows somebody to be curious. Like, well, if I'm a business owner, I want more customers, I want more sales, I want more leads. How are you doing it? And it really tries to agitate somebody to ask you more questions about it. And if I'm not talking to a business owner and I'm just talking to somebody at a cocktail party or something, or I pretty much just say the same thing, but I vary it a little bit. I say I work with local businesses and I help them to generate more customers, sales, and leads through different types of marketing strategies. And so, you know, everybody knows a business owner and everybody frequents businesses. So, you know, you just kind of become the person that they refer business to. And so if you have that elevator pitch mastered and you have it on the tip of your tongue and you run into somebody, you're able to let somebody know what you do, of course, but also potentially capture some of that business. So I hope that if you don't have an elevator pitch, you now do. And if you like my elevator pitch, please smash the like button. Let me know in the comments below what your elevator pitch is, and maybe other people that are looking at the comments can get some ideas for their elevator pitch. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And you know, I welcome everybody that lets me know in the comments that they have subscribed. I continue to put out more real world content on how I'm building my agency, building my education company, and just becoming a overall entrepreneur and building the lifestyle that I want around the businesses that I want. So that's my main objective, and I want to help you do the same. So with that, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.